One of the critical pieces of information that we gain from the external world is related to social information. One of the things that we need to ask is how do we select information from the external world to use for social tasks? Specifically, we in general want to know who is there in front of us, where are they, for instance, what are they doing, what is their internal state, what are they going to do, and how do we act accordingly? What complicates this matter is the fact that most of the visual world is not actually relevant at any given point. In fact, only small portions of the world actually contain useful social information. So the question is, how do we select this information and why? Most of this work has been done in the lab, but clearly humans and emerging artificial intelligence systems will need to work in unconstrained real-world environments. So in order to study how we do this in real-world situations, we've employed a mobile eye tracking paradigm. So we've actually created a novel framework for the acquisition, analysis, and interpretation of real-world eye tracking behavior in unconstrained environments. So you can see here, there I am with my mobile eye tracker that we purchased through the CBMM. And we have, our framework consists of a combination of manual, automatic, and kind of novel crowdsourcing techniques for the actual interpretation and analysis of this data. So as we can see, we've also now gathered some data. One of the things we first did was we corresponded this to known laboratory results. So as you can see here, we have a specific subject who prefers to look up high on the faces when they're looking at faces. We have another person down here who prefers to look low on faces, and those are in the lab, the two grayscales. And here are the same people as they're going around in real-world environments. Using our framework, we've been able to gather and interpret this data in order to compare. So our first project showed that this is feasible, that this framework is, seems to work and scales up very well. So now what are we doing and where are we going to go? So one of our main questions is, for instance, what are the actual relevant statistics, visual statistics for social signals in the real world? A lot of work on image statistics has been done, again, on constrained data sets. But we want to know is when we're actually looking around the world and can actively choose information, what is it? So, and then we also want to know when we have to choose a fixation or choose eye movements, what are the statistics, for instance, that can actually predict where we're going to look next?